My friends, take a look at how things are looking here at Igor's once again. With this backlight here, we've already recorded, but before I say that, it makes me want to record again just to enjoy this. Look at the scene around his hangar, the warehouse over there, the little lawn by the house. Very cool. Every time we come here, we get this kind of late afternoon light, the trucks lined up, the chrome shining. Wonderful. Another amazing day here in São Marcos. Stay tuned because there will be other videos here at Igor's about his cars too. And today, I just wanted to tell you one thing. To be honest, I won't even say anything. I'll let Igor Fongaro himself start explaining to us what's happening here today. Check out what we've got today. Everything good, brother?
Hey Lucas, how are you? Thanks, glad to have you here again.
Thank you, really amazing. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for sponsoring this trip here to Rio Grande do Sul this time. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, learning from your experience and to be able to show. Did you organize all of this again?
All of this again, man, from 5:30 in the morning until 11.
Was it really that much work?
To gather all these classic trucks here so we could do a story about them, right?
Whose trucks are these?
Well, the first truck here is a project from Sao Paulo, right? It's a project we finished just now after a year, right? Sao Paulo, the rest, Lucas, is all from here in the city, man. It's all from São Marcos. All from here, man.
There are so many good trucks here.
Right? There are a lot, man. So that's the point, man. I invited you to come see this truck here.
It's different, right?
111S 1980 outside the norm. Why is it outside the norm? Because of the color, Lucas. We're talking here about a blue color from the year 1960, which was originally used on the João de Barro, right? On the L76.
But we didn't see those colors, right? How did you end up choosing those colors?
Actually, this color was only available from 1960 to 1963 in the Scania line on the L76. Because from 63 to 81, all the trucks came out orange. All orange? All orange? Everything.
Was there no other color?
The 111 you see behind you is a 76 orange. The LK behind the 111 is orange too. So all the trucks from 63 to 81 left the Scania factory orange. Now we're going to get into that context. Oh, but there was a white 111. There was a white 111, but who was it for? It was for fleet owners, fleet buyers who would buy like 20 trucks, 30 trucks. And who made the delivery? The dealership, which was where people bought the trucks. So that doesn't mean it came from the factory. It was the dealerships that repainted the truck for delivery to the customer. Was it like that? Exactly.
They repainted it?
They would repaint the truck, it would leave Scania orange, and they would repaint the truck at the dealership.
No order was placed with the factory.
It was ordered from the dealership. No, not that. It was ordered from the dealership, right?
And how did you come up with the idea to make this one in that color?
The idea came from the owner.
Oh, cool.
The idea came from Mr. Carlos, and this is already the third project we're doing for him.
Cool. Huh?
And he bought this truck here already restored. At least that's what he says. It was bought as restored. So that's something we also need to check out, as they say, because look, is it worth buying a restored truck? Yes or no? It really depends. Why, Lucas? Because if you know the truck's history from the beginning to the end of the restoration, man, it's really worth buying. Don't just keep waiting around. It can take a year or more to deliver a project to you, right? But in this case, he bought it thinking it would be an easy project for us to do. And actually, when we finished taking the whole truck apart, it turned out the truck had been really covered up, you know? So much so that the cab is like brand new, right? The cab is new.
This cab isn't the one you guys brought to us.
The cab that came with it was all full of holes, completely rusted out.
After the good restoration that...
They did. After the restoration that someone did, I don't know who did it, 2 years ago, right? So I managed to get a brand new cab, right? It had been stored for 10 years and the guy sold it to us, right? So now we have a brand new cab here. The fenders on this truck here weren't original either. There were 2 fiberglass fenders on it. Now they're metal, okay? What's left from the original is just this part here, look, yes.
You were lucky, right? You can't find it now. No.
It's been over 10 years since they stopped making these cabs, right? Look.
Check it out.
And since we have a lot of contacts, Lucas, I had a guy in Sierra who had one. I called him and it didn't work out. Then there was one in my city. Here there was one. The guy had a project on his truck for 10 years, and then he set a price, and the price he set was accepted, right? There wasn't much to say, and a brand new cab was bought for this truck here. Look, this cab is new. It's an aftermarket cab, right? It's not an original Scania cab, right? But it's new, right, Lucas? It's new, right?
Well made.
Well made, really well made. New cab, right? So the color ended up being, as they say, something that divided opinions, right?
That's what I was going to ask you, man. Did that happen?
A lot?
Did people disapprove? A lot, a lot.
A lot. The Jacare truck has to be orange, man.
No way, guys. Do people still say that?
Yes, the Jacare truck has to be orange, okay?
What do you think our YouTube audience will say? So guys, do you think the Jacare truck has to be orange, or is it up to the customer? What do you think? I think people here are more flexible. And also, let's show this. Look at this. Who else has something blue like this? What a brilliant idea. What a beautiful shade. How did you get to this shade, like on the body itself? What did you do? Look at that. The guy even laughs, man. The struggle must have...
It wasn't easy. Actually, Lucas, we know that this color isn't in the catalog, right? Since he came to us with this idea to make a different truck, different in terms of color, how was I supposed to find this shade of color, right? If it's not in the catalog, right? It's hard. So this is a really cool story too, because since we have a lot of contacts, I managed to get a truck that was blue, which was at Scania, at Brasilia Diesel here in Caxias do Sul, to take a color sample. We went there, took the sample, and to tell you the truth, I still have that color sample to this day. But looking at the views and looking at the cell phone, the old photos of those trucks in the blue he wanted, which was from the L76, I noticed a difference, right? Because this color, it leans toward green. It's a greenish blue, you know? Yeah. And then reaching out here and there, talking to one person, talking to another. One guy said to me, look, Igor, I know a guy who has a color swatch stored away. That one, the exact color. It's been more than 30 years since the guy restored a truck over in the state of Paraná. But there's a problem. I asked, what is it? He won't lend it.
No way.
I would say it now. I'll give you his contact. Like, I got his contact, okay? I went there in person, talked to him, and said, look, we're going to set up a project, right? Blue. We really want to get the blue right. It's for a 111. We work a lot with that. I showed him the work we do, everything properly, and he gave it to me, man, really.
He gave it, he lent it.
And he came with a little plastic bag with paper and just one color inside. Here it is, this is the color. Then I opened it, looked at it, and said, this is the color. I brought it, developed it, put it next to the one I had taken, and it was completely different.
Was it very different?
It was different. It wouldn't look good then. A lot of people say this is baby blue. Man, it has nothing to do with baby blue, right? It's not Volkswagen blue. It's not the blue we came up with, right? So much so that he had a photo of the truck that had been restored 30 years ago, which was actually an L76 to prove that it was that color. Man, and that's the result right there. Wow. For me, Lucas, I'll say this. I'm in love with orange, but this one won me over, okay? It really did. I'll say that like this truck turned out really beautiful. Really beautiful, you know?
Stop everything, man. This isn't normal.
No, really beautiful. Perfect, no. It's perfect. Look, guys, look, it's perfect. Man, it's not perfect. It's really beautiful. Perfect is a very strong word to use for this.
It's a burden, you know, to carry.
Carrying it is a burden, right? That's true. It's perfect.
For the restorer, it's tough, but to us, it looks nearly perfect.
So yeah, it's really beautiful. It's a really cool project, you know? Totally made according to the client's choice, right? Just the way he wanted, right? Just like he asked. Wow, right? The chassis was painted in the original color, right? Back then, this was the shade, okay? He wanted to add the stainless steel trim. I thought it looked cool, it looked nice. Stainless steel tank from the 113. It's a slightly bigger tank because the original one is a bit narrower, right? So he wanted to put it on to make it more even with the fenders, right? Good idea. So whatever could be chromed was chromed, okay? The windows are still original here, look. Little chrome details, mirror in the original style, which you can't find anymore, right? So the arms were sent to be chromed, everything done properly,
These parts are running out.
right? There are very few left.
That's what you were telling me, right?
Very few, very few. The fenders were plastic. We made reproductions of the original metal ones here. So period correct 1100 tires, okay? At the time, these were the tires, Conquistador in the back and Papaleguas in the front. Exactly. That's exactly how it was. They're still sold new. Really? Yes, you can still buy them.
Does the ride change much between them? Like putting something more modern on it?
No, it doesn't change much. It doesn't change much. It doesn't change much. The turn signal bracket is in the original style, which we developed there. It's a perfect copy of the original, okay? Because people have a habit of putting the turn signal, when we look at other trucks up here, right, on the fenders, here. People put it here, right? Yeah. And I prefer it smooth. This is how it originally came from the factory, Lucas, these trucks here. They didn't even come with fenders or a fifth wheel when you bought them brand new. Oh, really? They didn't have it. So this bracket, you can see it's joined in the middle here, right? There was one on each end of the chassis here when you bought it brand new.
Ah, for you to go...
Over there at Scania, when you bought it brand new, it came without fenders, without the rod, without the fifth wheel. It came with just the chassis and this support split in the middle on each side here. Look, that's it. Then you would go to a Randon, a Guerra, right? And you would put all the fenders on and they would take them from here, join the two together right under the chassis.
Done.
Standard right there, look. Metal light housings here, look, which you can't find anymore. I got them from old stock. I also found an old stock signal light. So there are still some things we can get, you know, Lucas, but it's actually getting harder and harder to put things together, right? One thing I really like is black hardware, okay? Guys, now everything comes in stainless steel. You can see the trend is stainless steel, right? I'm totally against it. I have nothing against those who use it, but I like it. It looks nice. Little screws like this. It looks nice. Black, you know? I think it gives a better contrast with the color, okay?
Really nice.
Of course, we're talking about this part here that has stainless steel. So yes, I'm going to use stainless steel screws, right? For the chrome part, I use stainless steel because it gives a nicer contrast, right?
Man.
And the interior is also something people have mixed opinions about, okay? Because we know it's a little modern here, right? Seriously? But take a look. The entire interior is leather with two air suspension seats from the Scania Series 5, both the drivers and the passengers.
Man, you can't complain about that. There's no way.
Look at the comfort. It's a necessary modern feature for this type of truck, you know?
Because it was a customer's request.
It was the customer's request.
For comfort and convenience.
For driving comfort and convenience,
You have to meet the guy's needs.
that you have to meet. The dashboard is fully restored and looks brand new. Brand new, man.
Awesome. You can't always keep everything original, right?
Man.
The client is going to drive and needs the truck and it's not exactly young anymore.
Right, Menino?
You said it all?
Right? Over 40 years old, like us, right?
That's exactly it. By the way, you watching on YouTube, guys, I think this thing where you comment and disagree with some things, deep down, you're right. Because that leads us to healthy discussions, and we even get to know what you prefer, whether it's this or that. I don't mind that kind of discussion.
No, me neither.
I think that's important. It's part of the business, man. It's actually cool because it leads to deeper conversations and we get to know who prefers this, who prefers that. This thing about the color here. Man, I actually think it's good that there are people who are complete purists and would like to have everything. You have to respect that, right?
This truck here is a living example of that, Lucas. This truck, if it were orange,
It would just be another one.
it would just be another one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing against all the orange ones out there because I'm a fan of orange, you know? Yeah. But I always say, man, if you can, and look, we didn't stray from that and we didn't make that blue up. It's a blue that came out in the Scania line. It wasn't invented, right? Now, if you take it and paint it with the new modern Scania blue, then yes it is.
Are you going to open it here for us?
Let's open it here,
This was crazy.
right? Ah, now this is it.
Did it really come from there? Yeah, it did.
It did. From Holland? Yes, that's right. That's the emblem on those trucks with this model overseas, right? The Super goes here, look. It doesn't have this one, the national one is here. So, our Super here is much smaller. It's right here on the side, look, it's just this S here, look. This is the Super. This is the S in the Super badge, right? The guys out there are way more advanced, right?
No holding back, right?
Sure, that's cool. Look over there, man, from those guys.
That's some heavy stuff. Look how thick it is. Our people didn't have money.
Let's go to Sinho, man, let's go. Well, and inside here, it's just the way we like it, right, Lucas? Personally, I'm a big fan of this style in here, you know? Engine painted in the original color scheme, right? No getting fancy and painting it a different color, but you know, it's really personal, it's all good, right? I always say, man, anything goes here.
Amazing point, right?
And a lot of chrome details, right? A lot, my man. That really makes the truck stand out too, doesn't it?
Very beautiful, man.
So, the inside came out nice. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. I thought the engine area was really interesting too.
It's all new.
It's all new, right? A lot of it was brushed up and it's original to the truck. The connections up front are all original. Those connections right there, here, right? It's all done with a little brush, trying to bring that gold color back up there, you know?
Right?
That's it, see? All done with a little brush.
To reuse it.
To try to reuse it, right? Some things really have to be reused, right? For example, this here, look. This reservoir, right? I showed you before, look, it's welded, see? There are some Guerra welds actually, right? Because it really worked hard, you know? I asked the customer if he wanted us to make an aluminum one here, and he said, no, Igor, I'd rather you leave the marks of time on this part. He wanted to keep it. All right, it turned out nice. He was convinced. Here it's even more worn out, right? In this case, over there. It took quite a beating there, right? But it's still factory original, right? Just like it came out, right?
Beautiful, huh? Look at this here. Super beautiful, really well finished, very well assembled, everything in place. The wiring is all very faithful to the original. Check the corner, everything is routed neatly. Everything is clean, everything in place, nothing left over, nothing hanging. Man, when you see this here for us fans, it's really close to perfection. For those who worked on the project, maybe they know
where the flaw is.
Where, right? It's not even a flaw.
Look, where it wasn't 100%.
Right? Where it did score better in judging.
That's what you'd improve next time, exactly.
Maybe in the next truck you'll be able to have a chance to do something better.
But that's personal, it's for myself, really, you know what I mean?
You go home at dinner time and you think, that damn screw didn't let me. That's exactly it.
It's more of a personal achievement than for the client, because it's like this. Look, Lucas, we put everything into this.
I can imagine. Everything, I can imagine.
Each project, man, it's like it's for us, you know? It's like a child. Right. Yeah, so this here makes me proud to see it running at the gatherings, and especially this truck here, look. Let me tell you, man, this truck here, look, it's going to, how can I explain it to you? It's going to, among so many orange ones, it's going to stand out. Stand out, that's exactly it. It's really something that stands out. Stand out, I believe that whoever sees this truck in person, this truck in person, for me, is one of those, a lot of people have already come. I opened it up for people to come see this truck here during this time after I considered it finished, okay? Oh, really? They came. Several people from out of state visited to see this project. And they told me something really interesting, which I had already noticed in other trucks too, that I've seen, okay? That in person, it's actually better looking than in photos and videos. So, like what we see, its color now on video, even in the footage I made for my Instagram, it looks blue, 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 you know, Lucas? But it's more of a greenish blue. You've seen it in person too, so you know what it's really like, right? You can see it changes slightly in the shade, and its tone shifts a bit in the sun.
Look, it's turning green, and the blue is getting kind of navy, kind of military-like.
That's it.
He keeps changing his look. He's already becoming more, that's just how he is, right? More imposing, really wild.
And it's not one of those color shifting paints. It's nothing like that. It's not a color. No, it's a solid color. That's it. An old color, a color from 1960, right? I thought it would be a cool project, and I'm happy with the result.
Wonderful.
I think the client will really like it. The meeting is tomorrow. Tonight he's leaving Sao Paulo. Oh, is he leaving? Tomorrow he'll be here to take it for a spin, and then we'll load it onto a flatbed and send it that way, right?
Now it's really leaving for good.
It's really leaving for good now.
The project is over.
It's over. The project is over.
That was quick, huh?
Man, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
1 year is not much time for something like this.
Yeah, I'll say the longest I've taken so far is a project that's still with me, and it's going to be 2 years in about 3 or 4 months, okay?
So, how are you dealing with that? I get a bit anxious, you know? Yeah.
I've never spent more than about 15 months on any project. But because of the workload I have there, Lucas, and there's only 3 of us, man, there's only so much we can do, right? So it's like I depend on other people, right? Like I depend on the mechanical team to release the chassis. I depend on the electrician to do his part. So this year there was a little delay because I worked with a big company that we've been serving for 20 years, and I did 35 trucks in 5 months, putting on and removing standard paint schemes. So it ended up delaying my restoration work a bit. But it's moving along, man. Everything's going to work out, and that's the plan for this year. And let's see if we can finish about 4 projects by the end of the year.
Do just 3 people work there?
Just 3 people?
To do all this, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. It's a lot of work, man.
Tough, huh?
Yeah, a lot.
Congratulations, man.
A lot.
Congratulations.
What matters is the result. Yeah.
That's it. It's here. Look, the result is...
It's not perfect, but it's very good.
Man, let me tell you, just look from here. Man, to post on YouTube, Instagram, it's perfect, man. You don't need more than that.
It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good.
Damn, that's really good, man.
This truck, this 111. $111, man. This one has some period-specific features that the Strata guys used, okay? Let's go. The little dove on the hood, nice, okay? Really cool, right?
It starts here.
Right, the little dove, that's from the old road days. Sun visor. Oh, it doesn't have one, right? For the road, that's what you needed back then so the sun wouldn't hit your head, right? All accessories. Yeah, all accessories. All accessories, and this truck has them. The original mirrors are also chrome.
Did you fix it up?
No, it wasn't me. He got the mirrors. He already had the mirrors.
Right, he got them.
There's something different here. This truck has a modern stainless steel bumper, which is what people use nowadays. Oh, you can make a new one, right? But if you notice, the original one is round over there, just like we managed to chrome the original one on the blue truck over there. The blue truck's bumper is original, right? So it's round, more rounded, see? You can see the shape over there, look. So, do people make replicas nowadays? They do, but it's like this here. I see. And look, Lucas, it's perfect, okay? Because look, there just aren't any more, man. There aren't any made of iron. Then you'll ask why. How are you going to chrome a bumper that's sometimes all rusted out or doesn't even exist, right? So people today make replica bumpers that I think are great, right? They look good, they're nice, they work. You can fit it on any Jacare and it'll pass, right? It's good, isn't it? People who don't know will think it's original. Those of us who work with this know it's not, but it's still perfect. Congrats to those who made this kind of bumper. Classic sidebar, you can still find new ones of these for sale. Oh, really? After all these years, there are still new ones, right? What else are we going to look at? Very nice. Oh, the stripes. That's cool. The stripes on the windows. Look. These stripes, back in the Strata days, people used them a lot, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, this truck here and the one behind it, which we'll see later, belong to the same owner.
And they have the stripes.
Both have the stripes, he added. Anyone who's traveled the road will remember, especially if you're a truck driver's child, but not the younger people. Now, man, you have to be at least about 40 years old, okay, to be able to remember that, right? So he kept my tires, right? The 1100 wheels too, right? Everything's just right. He painted the chassis in a more matte gray, right? But also on the tank as well. He did it like this, just a basic stainless steel plate, which nowadays on all the show trucks people usually put, right? The chrome pipes, everything neat. But he kept the hoses here, right? As if you were going to hook them up, right? Most people remove them like that one over there. It's already cleaned up in back, right? Some little chrome details to give it that special touch. A shine on the metal fender. Everything neat. The marker light I told you about on the blue one, right? There you go. That's it. That's it. Personally, I prefer that cooler model, you know, where you leave the fenders clean. So, man, that's the big mud flap look, right? Back then, people used to put their wife's name.
Daughter, mother-in-law.
I think he put that there too. Cool, nice, beautiful, right?
Beautiful, man.
Really, really cool, man. Like classic, man. That's why I said today is that moment for you who have it in your mind. Like a real orange truck has a white one and a blue one, right? You can choose today, you can choose to comment and say like, hey.
Today it's easy.
And you won me over, the blue one won me over.
Look.
And here, let's check out the inside of this one.
Let's go.
There, look.
The interior is all beautiful, right?
Cool, man.
Fancy stuff. The guys make it. We just take a look. Look at these seats.
It's good, right? All restored. Look over there.
The dashboard must be hard to get it like this.
Right? There's a guy who does it for me here in São Marcos. He does it for the whole country. When it comes to dashboards, he's the guy.
He fixes the little buttons.
Everything, everything, everything.
This one already has a little space back here. Look at the little space. Look how cool. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's well made, well finished, comfortable, smells good. It's really for leisure. Look, the finishing touches, everything's perfect. Look, this is awesome, man.
Really cool, right? Here he has more trucks, okay?
There are more?
There are more trucks there, of course. Today, whether we like it or not, Lucas, this has become a market. It turned into a whole thing like we were talking about.
Right, it turned into a business.
Right?
Because of that, it's grown quickly. Are you experiencing this? We're in a historic moment.
Exactly because of that, man.
Trucks are taking over the minds of grown men in Brazil.
Who would have thought a work truck could become a recreational truck?
Not long ago, right? No, nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted the Dodge in today's world.
Exactly, that's how it is today. So many people call me people who have collections of classic cars who've never had a truck and now want to buy their first truck. Just so they can hook up a little trailer behind it and carry a Dodge, a Landau, or an Opala on top to take to a car meet.
That's it.
It's a lot of people.
It really is.
It's a lot of people.
Those guys then who filmed those shots on the road pulling the car with the truck.
The guys
turned a lot of heads.
Just a lot of people. I also want exactly you.
Cheap truck.
Today you still think it's expensive, right? I think it's my bargain. I think it's my bargain.
111 to 111.
I'll tell you, you can buy a 111 for 40,000, right? It's 40,000, right?
The time is now.
It's just that then we have a problem with this line here, right? For both the 111 and the LK, there just aren't any parts. It's getting scarcer and harder to find. And the 40,000 ones are like those Opalas you find abandoned, where the guy just drove it, just beat it up, and you'll have to do everything on it. He'll need it, then he'll have to do it all, right? So you can buy it ready, as long as you know the history of the work that was done on the truck, right? I tell everyone this, you can. Whether it's worth buying it ready or worth doing a project, it depends, in my point of view. If you know the truck, if you know the professional who did it, you know the steps of how it was done. It's worth buying because you save time, right? Instead of waiting a year to have it done, right? Now, if not, it's better to have it done because otherwise what happened with that blue one, right, will happen again, remember? The truck, it was a truck that was sold as restored, but it wasn't the seller's fault because he also got caught up in the situation, right?
Did you know that?
Because nowadays, Lucas, we spend a lot of time on it and the guy can't be here all the time, you know? I have clients, man, from São Paulo, Mato Grosso, Minas Gerais.
Man, they can't keep up.
They keep following along. So what do? I always send material. If I work on the truck, I send a photo. I do. The guy gets about 580 photos. 600 photos per project for him. Later, if he wants to delete them, he can do whatever he wants. But if one day someone wants to buy one of our projects, the client will have it here. Look, it was done this way here, see? And it's right, isn't it? It's fair to do it this way, right? Of course.
Of course, man. What the guy wants, that's it. When he hires, he wants peace of mind.
It's to stop worrying.
Photo and video. There, he's completely at ease.
I'm really lucky, man. We work with such good people, clients like that, who are exceptional clients, man. They're fantastic.
So that's cool, right, man?
Just got to thank these people.
This part exists, but this still needs to be done.
This is my friend's truck. I knew he had this truck, so I asked him to bring it because of the color, you know? White.
It's really cool.
This truck is a 110.
Lucas, it's a 110, a 110.
Okay, it's a 73, okay. So we took that blue from that truck over there from a 60, from an L76, okay, which was manufactured from 63 to 71.
Wow, all in the same color, right? You were telling me orange from 63 to 81.
Okay, but that one was manufactured from 63 to 71, the L76. Then came this one, which is from 71 to 75, which is the Scania 110 that came next. And after the end of 75 came the 111. So, right? So what's different here? The little cab, right? Small, not the bigger sleeper cab, right? That was an option at the time, okay? For example, if I'm over there, I'm going to buy a truck and I'm going to work with it on my farm. I'll be working. I don't need a bed. It was more cost effective and there were two cab size options.
You could choose.
You could choose, okay?
Hey, but what a nice truck this is, huh?
Nice truck, right? Isn't it good looking? He gave it, look, Lucas, he gave it a little touch up when he bought it a while ago. You know that little touch up, right? That little paint job here, tap, 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 it already makes it better.
Right?
It already makes a difference, right? It changes a lot, doesn't it? So the fender here too, this truck also has metal fenders. Oh yeah. Nah? There's almost no external change, okay? Now what changes is the dashboard, right?
Why?
Because that dashboard over there is padded, right? This dashboard is made of metal, right?
Look.
This dashboard is metal.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
The steering wheel changes too, right?
That's true, bro. Pure metal, straight from the 70s, that's it.
73, look.
Real metal. Pretty cool, imagine that.
Pretty cool, man.
What's this, a real period piece? Look at this.
And it was like this inside, right? Look, a little bench, a seat.
Man,
look at how worn out the seat is, man. The guy spent
his whole life sitting on a little seat like this.
That's exactly right. This seat is original.
Very simple, man. Very simple. Look at the passenger seat, man. He probably even slept in here.
Probably if you squeezed.
He would sleep. He must have slept there.
He would sleep.
The white looks beautiful.
The white is cool.
Beautiful, right? The white looks cool.
Right? So like I said, Lucas, I have two people there who I call my teachers, okay? They're people that when I get stuck on this issue of, oh, what is it? What isn't it? Was it made? Was it released? Did it leave the dealership white? Didn't it? Did it come from the factory? These are the people who give me an opinion, right? People who lived through this. Back then, their parents had trucks. Today they have companies. Today they have old trucks. Today they have a 111 stored away. Today they have all that. They have the books that I managed to get, manuals there, which we can show you later too. People who are enthusiasts, even so you say, wow, what this guy says is reliable, you know? Which ones? It's almost like a mentorship. Exactly. Really crazy. Exactly. Really crazy. Two teachers there who always help me with this stuff. So it's about the white one, right? I don't know. It's from the factory. I know about the dealerships, right? So there are some stories, right? People think it came that way, but it didn't, right? Check out how cool the support I mentioned is.
Look at this. This is it.
Look, it used to come like this. Look, brand new. And actually, this part didn't exist, right? You'd add it later, right? Yeah, and of course, Lucas, we're talking about trucks from 1970, man. Wow.
They're really old.
Man, right?
50 years, man. 60 years, 60 years.
That's crazy. That's a really long time, right?
That's crazy.
I could have requested a small cab for you if needed for your job. Otherwise, they came from the factory production line. Cab, sleeper, iron dashboard, and that's how they were in 72, 73, 74, iron dashboard, 75. They switched to the black dashboard. They were 110, the last ones that came out. Macho, so they just didn't have the filter on the outside anymore. The filter was internal, inside, right next to the engine, and they started having the black dashboard. That was the big change. In 75, 76, the 111 came out. 77, 111, 78, 111. He told me about a friend of his, even mentioned the name of this friend who bought a 78, and
his father-in-law
came. The 111S still had a 5-bolt hub and was likely the first prototype released. He said they claimed it had 5 more horsepower than the regular 111, 300 versus 305 for the 111S, but he can't be certain since it wasn't documented then. In terms of performance, he said he had an 81S, and his brother-in-law had a 77 to 111. He said he would leave him behind on uphill climbs, so he said there's no way to know if it really had more power or not. It was just a marketing tactic to buy time. As I said, before the 112 arrived, they released the 111S. Now I want a 111S. No one wanted a regular 111 anymore, but it was the same thing. That's just how it goes. That's the story about the cabs. We were unsure, but now he answered all my questions.
That's cool, really good. The recordings here, look, it's like a show, man, and the biggest show he puts on. No, I don't know if it's an exaggeration to say this, but I'll tell you, the truth is it's nature itself. Man, I know this sounds like nature talk, but it's true, dude, because when the sun sets here, my friend, the view is amazing. Today I'm going to show you why we record at this time here. We're going to catch the late afternoon to show you, and now we're going... For this guy here, look at this picture with these clouds. Man, the way this looks. Well, I'm not going to show my face. You guys already know me, right? I'm just going to take this quick walk here just to give you guys a heads up. Our first Liga dos Clásicos campaign with BR is happening. We're going to give to you, to one of you, my 1969 Galaxy Latida car that's been fully serviced, and it will belong to one of you. When you buy numbers for this event, there are 10,000 reais spread out among the lots. That means you can win 500 reais by buying some of these lots in our Galaxy Limited 69 raffle. So if you go there, in ligadosclassicos.com.br, you can choose your entries to buy there. It's already available. This promotion is already live. It's already happening. I'll leave it in the description of this video and also in the first comment. So, while you're watching these images here, look for the link, click it, and you'll go straight there. On this platform that we developed called Liga dos Clásicos, it's a new brand from Pinhano Oleo. To carry out these raffles, all of them are 100% legal. We are going to pay taxes on everything. The car will go to you, exempt from income tax. You won't have to pay anything. We will deliver the car to your house for you. All right, so hurry up and get your numbers. I don't know how long it's going to last. As long as there are numbers, we'll keep the promotion going. When it's over, we'll wait for the date, then release it for the drawing, release the number. And the lucky winner will get that beautiful, amazing Galaxy that I bought right here in São Marcos. That's right, I bought it here in São Marcos, man. I'm in the city where I bought the car. That's right, very good. So that's it. Go to ligadosclassicos.com.br and make sure you participate. It's one of the coolest giveaways, isn't it, Igor?
I'm a fan, man. Isn't that right, man?
It's one of the most interesting, visually. It's something that really messes with your mind.
He was an evolution of that one, right? He came after that one, right? He came after the 111, right?
He came as a replacement, right?
Man, can you imagine back then going from sleeping inside a cab like that to a cab like this size here? Look, yeah, it's a 76, right? Look, at the end of 75, it started coming out. In December of 75, there was already something being made. But then in 76, the LK started production, right? Which went on until 81, right?
Wow, so it was modern back then, right? Man, a different design, a different concept. Is it actually more comfortable to drive? What did it improve? Yeah,
It improved, well, quote unquote improved, right? For that time, it was revolutionary, right? A giant leap. Nowadays, well, today, these touring routes, today we actually modernize them.
to have
More comfort, right? Yes, but it had springs in the back under the original cab there, spring supports there, which made the truck softer, right? And besides the inside space, right? To drive it too, it's different, right? There you work with the steering wheel like a car in the 111. Here you drive with an upright steering wheel, right? So there was. And what caught the most attention, I think, I still believe, was besides this emblem here, right? Those who like it are passionate about it. The interior, right? The comfort, the size, right? For back then, right? Really cool truck. He's finishing it up here after 2 more years of work, right? That's it. There are still some details missing, still things to do, something's still missing, but I had to bring it here, right?
Oh no, this here, man, any LK you see, like, this is striking. Man, there are several versions. I can see yours in the background. They're in bare metal, man. Several versions that look beautiful. With that flat, straight face, that front, that moving wall, this look. On the road, it's fantastic, and here there's no customization, right? How is it?
Oh, there is, right? There is customization here. Let's go. Chrome details on the wipers, okay? All to his liking. This was all black originally, right? Then he wanted to chrome everything here. Then he put the chrome emblems here. And here we're developing these panels together with him, okay? The original inner plate was plastic, right? Plastic with the molded details and cutouts here. Look, so there are 3 pieces. One piece here, another inside, here inside, and one more down here. So we're developing this together with him so we can have it there for our projects. That's cool for projects, or if someone is putting together a project and needs this, here we sell it, you know? We're making this here with him over there. Lucas, here's the thing. There are no more parts. So whatever we can make and keep on hand to help us when one shows up, we have to make it. Of course. So customization here. The mirrors he made. Wow.
That's true. That's so cool.
Just how he liked it. I thought it turned out well too. As usual, right? Aluminum wheels, air suspension, little bag, stainless steel tank. Look here, look.
You can't fit 2 fingers in there. He lifts it up.
Okay. Everything's low, but that's it. That's how low this truck gets. These little trims here that he added too. Look, just a little extra charm for us.
So many details keep changing and improving, right?
Chassis. He painted it pearlescent aluminum, which isn't the original standard engine. He painted it this blue with the chromatic details. About the airbags that we upgrade nowadays, right, Lucas? Look here. This is the suspension from the 113. It's the 113 cab, you know?
It's already something more modern.
It's already something more modern, right? So the original had a spring here that went all the way across. That was the thing. When you drove this truck, your shirt would get caught and roll up behind the seat. Yeah, not just from getting in, but every time you bounced around in it, your shirt would keep rolling up and up. Up to here, look, and then with this system here, it got much better, right? I put it on mine too. It turned out great, man. Oh, really? Yeah, the little trim strips we talked about, right? From the 113 windows, period correct, same setup we talked about before. Lots of chrome, right? Marker lights on top. The LK2, original. It would come with that bracket here, right? It's a matter of taste. Little V8 emblem. It's original big filter, okay? This is the original standard model. Some people nowadays have a habit of taking it off, right? Leaving the rear smooth, right? Without anything. They take everything off, right? It looks cool.
This one is like that too, yeah.
Cool, right? I really like it. It's awesome. Do you know why people remove it? Because it's hard to buy one with it, right? People usually have already adapted it, so it often comes without it or with the adapted model. My point is, if it's the adapted model, I'll remove it too.
You know what I mean?
Or you put in one that came in its original configuration, right? And everything's fine.
Well, man, this crazy thing is aggressive. It was made for work. Now it's used for leisure. And man, my little one has an aggressive look. Look at Igor's back there in the background in bare metal. For you, if this is your first time watching Igor's videos here, look, there are other videos here on Igor's channel. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 videos. Follow on Instagram to Igor Fongaro. I wanted to send a shout out to Lucas. Do you know this story?
Oh, Lucas from...
Lucas Marcon.
Dude.
I thanked FGC Blue. Did you thank him? Give him a shout out, man.
Thanks, Lucas. Thanks. Lucas sold me all the lighting for my house. That's right.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. Lucas is that guy. That's him, because the day you told me, I didn't remember who it was, but it's him. Later, I was talking to my wife, but Lucas, it wasn't Lucas Marcon. It's Lucas who sold us the lights for our house. Damn.
Yeah, he did the lighting here.
Lucas sold all the lighting for the house, so thanks.
Thanks, Lucas. I was having lunch with Michael from South Custom in Caxias. I said, damn, I need some recommendations, something to record. He said, man, there's a guy named Igor Fongario. He builds some trucks in São Marcos. Go visit the guy. So I went on Instagram, looked you up, found you, started following you, and we started chatting. That's it.
And here we are. That's awesome, man.
We're here recording several videos now. Thanks, Lucas.
Thanks, Lucas. Thanks.
Lucas, thank you. You brought me here. That's really cool. Look at what we recorded today. It's amazing. But there's something more here.
It's misleading. It's different.
We think it is after looking, but it's not.
It's true. You can imagine whatever you want. Is it a Scania? Is it a Volvo? What is that? Later we'll say, yeah, it's true. After we see the interior of this V8 here.
Do you think people know?
Most people, I think it's hard.
There are people who know, right?
But there are a few people who know.
But he was clever to put this here, right? Because then it really looks like a Scania, doesn't it?
Right? He has a name, right? He is, I can't say the name now, but I will say it, right? Let's say it, right? His affectionate nickname, he's known as 111 Star, right? 111 Star. But he has a story. Why is he known as 111 Star, right?
For those close to him, he's 111 Star.
He's 111 Star, right?
But what is this guy?
His chassis, okay? Every part of his chassis is 111. He's the 111. The mechanics are all from the 111 underneath. Everything you're seeing here is from the 11,176. However, the top part of it, all this part you're seeing on top, it's all fiberglass. Wow, a fiberglass hood, fiberglass door. It's all fiberglass. This here is now only the older folks will remember, man. People from the 80s and 90s, who remembers the Matra trucks? What were the Matra trucks? It was a national industry. They had the idea to make trucks. Usually the Matra trucks, if you want to look it up on Google or YouTube, you can, because I already did when I got this truck here. The cabs were small like this, okay? So all the mechanical parts were from Chevrolet, from the D60, right? So they used all the Chevrolet parts with the fiberglass cab and named it Matra. The brand of the truck is Matra, okay? It's estimated that only 180 or 200 trucks were made. That's it. It's a hard truck to find, man. Really hard. That's why the company didn't make it. Why? Because of the Scania brand competition, the competition.
It swallowed those guys up.
Swallowed them up and they stopped. So this company called Frontal, which was the manufacturer responsible for making the cab, when Matra shut down its operations, they had cabs in stock, right? For these trucks, and they looked for a truck that, with some modifications, they could put this cab on. And they found the lucky one here, which was the 111 which fit just right, and the E. These trucks usually worked at ports, right? Because it doesn't rot, it's fiberglass, right?
It wouldn't rot because of the sea air.
Why 111 Star? Because within the line, inside Frontal's factory, there was a production line called Star. So people started calling it 111 Star, and it stuck, right? So it didn't come from Scania. Some people came and said, no, it's not the original. No, the original didn't come out of Scania. It's a truck that's hard to see. It's unlikely you'll ever come across a truck like this. I had never seen one before, only in pictures. Porto Alegre, a client of mine went to sell a truck and he went to deliver the truck and he entered the guy's company yard and he glanced over and saw this truck there and he asked, what truck is that? The guy said, man, that's a 111 Star, and whose is it? Oh, it's an old man who just retired. He's planning to sell it. I don't know what else. Then it clicked, right? It made sense, right? It already made sense, right? We've already bought it, right?
The guy already called Will.
We already bought it and he sent a photo. After seeing the photo, I researched it since I didn't know what it was. Then you found out even more stories. This here is a Scania. It's a Volvo. It's a 112 mixed together. They mixed the parts. They made it at home. It's homemade, right? But no, actually, then yes, I went after the story. And of course, my dad has worked on it a lot. Oh yes, for example, he says that the uglier it gets, the more beautiful it's becoming, you know?
Why?
Because he put a bunch of things on it that aren't original to it, right? My dad made the grill, I kept the original one. The mirrors are from the 24, I kept the originals. The bumper is from the 112, I kept the original one. I kept them, you know. I got it one day, I managed to put it back. I got it, this is from the 112, this here is from the D20 look, and from the D60 look, it's original.
My God.
It's true, you can see that they really, look, Chevrolet is Chevrolet. Look, they had a partnership with Chevrolet. The whole bottom part of the trucks was Chevrolet.
That's crazy, man. It's true. The truck is still whole.
It's just that it's going to be hard for it to rot, right?
It doesn't rot, right, man? You can't go wrong. Look, no.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Damn, that's crazy. And can you imagine the evolution, right? Back then you went from a 111, oh, you could put a cab like this one on it in terms of size, right? And also it makes the mechanical side easier to work on, right? This truck's hood already opens forward, right?
Oh, it opens with the cab tilted?
Like this, you come here, look, done, and you open it and you have access to all its mechanical parts, right?
Much easier than just opening the hood. Look at that, look.
Look, man, this thing is pretty rough. Want me to... Wait, no, it's fine. It's set. See?
By itself. Wow, you have access to everything. There. It's right here.
It's right here.
Here. No kidding. You come in here, look. It's inside the engine, man. Way more practical. Wow, this must have helped a lot. The guys on the road. Well hidden, right?
Pretty cool. No, thank goodness. We got lucky, right, Lucas? Damn, we got lucky, right?
A lot of space inside, right?
Oh, yeah, there's lots of space. Even the dashboard's fiberglass, right?
The dashboard is made of fiberglass.
All fiberglass, man. All fiberglass. Wow.
It's a shame it didn't move forward. Imagine if the brand still existed. It would be so cool.
Man, look over there. Here, it still needs to go through a restoration. Oh, more of a rebuild, right?
You think about it. You know how much...
I wanted to bring it back to its original condition, right? But we have to respect our elders, right? Very cool. Dad doesn't want to, did he say? He said he wants to preserve it like this. He wants to leave it like this.
Which is cool too.
Yeah, can you imagine, man? It's hard for you to see them, right, Lucas? Yeah, because people see it all renovated, damn painted, looking nice, damn. There are no stripes or anything here.
Right? It's all smooth.
It's all smooth.
Just one color, and
It was all orange. It's all orange, and
it was orange. It was...
also orange, and it was, right?
To make selling easy, since orange was the well-known color.
They made this orange here because of the 111, right?
That's it.
So there was white,
It had to balance out
right? Yeah, to make it even, right?
and sell and make it commercially viable. Exactly.
Right? It was a replacement cab where you could buy one, correct? So when it broke, they wondered what to do next. How many cabs did they have? Maybe some were in stock, right? Let's find a truck to put it on, and that's it, right? And then it turned into the 111 Star was born right there, man. Let's take a look at the inside of that truck there.
We haven't seen it yet. I want to see what it looks like. All of this here, look. Once again, let me show you guys. Look at that guy over there. Look at this here. Wow, how beautiful. It's amazing. We're here in the hills of San Marcos. Igor built his house here in a high part of the city. He built this here, which looks like a hangar, right? Pretty crazy. He built it to keep the cars here. And in a bit, man, if he lets me, I'm going to show you something. Follower who likes a nice old car, one of those classic old cars.
Man, it's the kind you buy and then wonder why you did. That's it, man. Where...
Was my head at?
Exactly. Let's wait and see if we're going to show that car. Damn.
Is this the LK we haven't seen yet?
This is the inside that we haven't seen yet. Look. Wow. Curiously, well, about this truck, it's the first LK I've seen. All velvety. It's old, it's velvet. Lucas, it's velvet, man.
Oh, wow.
All velvety. The headliner is velvety. The seats are velvety. The bed is velvety. The door panels are velvety. My friend, oh, wow. Also, don't forget the simple rug he added in there.
Man, if someone told me velvet, I would say, no, it's going to look ugly. Don't do it. No.
Ah, I liked it.
It turned out nice, man. Wow, I wouldn't have imagined it would look this classy. Uh-huh. Looks comfortable, right?
Yeah, it looks cool. You put it, oh, you put the glass up there, right? You took out the hatch.
And put in a glass panel. That lets in more light. Makes it sportier, makes it cooler, makes it damn really nice, like a real passenger car.
Dashboard restored, but a few details are still missing, right, Lucas? He said it's not finished yet, right?
But just a few things.
But it's just a few things, just a little detail, right? So, but really cool, man. Look at how beautiful it looks. Really cool. Damn. Let's try starting this truck here. I doubt it. Let's try. Can it do it?
Of course, it has to start, right? For God's sake.
I think it has to start, man. I don't doubt it. Now that we said it'd start, it almost feels like it won't. Look at this. And wouldn't you know it, it started?
Man, look, besides all the beauty, there's still this part, right? Look at the suspension. Check it out.
Yeah, it's missing air, but the suspension, air in the front, look.
See how it lifts and gives great clearance for driving. Check out the height from the ground.
This is a cool little toy, isn't it?
What a beautiful roar.
Beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful roars there is. In my opinion, the V8 is one of the trucks with the most beautiful roar there is.
What a roar. Imagine this coming down the road, man. My friend, how crazy this looks.
And a client of mine called me and said, hey, since you like buying old cars, do you want to buy one? I said, I don't want to buy an old car, but the guy has had it for 26 years. Then I got a bit interested and asked for a picture. He said he couldn't send one. I asked why, and he replied it had been under a shed for 5 years. I said, send me the location. And I went, man, did you go there? I went there. It was 20 kilometers from the shop. I went there to see it up close. We got there. The guy opened the warehouse gate. The warehouse looked like this. And there it was. There was the little guy, a Voyage GLS 83, man. And then I asked myself, what am I doing here to buy a Voyage GLS 83 that's been sitting for 5 years, man? And then I bought it, man, and brought it home. But it's not rare, right, man? It's not something you see often. So what happens next? I called a friend of mine who has a Gold GT, has a Voyage GLS, and I asked, man, what can you tell me about a Voyage GLS 83? He said, man, those are the first GLS models that came out. If you found one, buy it, he said. I said, but it's rare. He said, man, it is and it isn't. I said, like that. But it's a GLS, right, man? I said, that's true, it's a GLS. And we came to an agreement on a fair price for the car. And I ended up bringing it home, and here it is. Can I see it? Okay, let's go. Let's show it. Check this out, guys. It arrived on a tow truck. I removed the hood, front and rear. It has them. You took them off? Yeah, it came to the shop. I wanted to fix it up a little, but there's no way I can just fix it up a little, man. The thing is to do it all at once. Do it all at once when it's time. I even gave up, just left it there. Is all of this his? Here, man, it's all his. That's cool. Got it? Yeah. It's a 1.6, right? So I gave the engine a good wash, everything. Man, it still has a lot of original parts, okay? Look, the stickers are still all original. Here, look, here too. Look, all original, see? You get it? It has a lot of stuff that impressed me, especially for an old car like this, you know? But I turned the key, it started right up, everything worked fine. Yeah, the car runs. Yes, the SB headlight is still original. Damn, the grille, the bumper is still original. Volkswagen, I checked inside. Look how cool. Yeah, original. Man, so like little chrome bumper, right? The tires are a bit worn out. But the deal was this, if I turned the key and it started, I would buy it from him. I went there, got a battery and some gas, turned the key, and it started. Check it out. Another thing that caught my attention, right? The little trim from the GLS still has the gold sticker inside. Look, that's crazy, right? Right? Another thing that caught my attention about the car, all the windows are still original here. Look. Everything is still original. Look, for those who like to travel, right? And the cherry on top. Man, the interior of this car, okay? A lot of people are going to see this now and say, my God, man, what a crazy guy. What a crazy guy. He thinks it's great. Exactly, what a piece of junk, man. He thinks it's awesome. I'm like, okay, look at the dashboard. That's what caught my attention, man. The dashboard is spotless. The dashboard looks good, especially with the fuel economy gauge. Nice little dashboard, everything's in order, nothing's broken, you know? Exactly. Smell the car. Wow, look at that. The seats. Original, the passenger and rear seats with original fabric, original door panels. I'm just talking about the good things about the car, man, you know? But that's okay, right? So look. For the price I paid, man, you can't even buy a bicycle, okay? Look at that. It's really cheap nowadays, okay? So it's worth it, man. Cool. Just the front seat, you need to find one. Yeah, imagine that, right? The guy bought a Pampa and said he parked it 5 years ago, so he didn't have to carry firewood in the trunk anymore, you know? I get it, from the car. But here, look, here, you can fix it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Remove the original fabric, add a new cover, and secure it, right? And get a seat, of course. Hey, after the bodywork and paint here, you can leave it like this, but yeah, that's how it is. I bought it solely because of the Voyage GLS badge on the back. I wouldn't have bought any other model. I only bought it because it was a GLS. Cool. The thing about this car, so I looked it up, it said the GLS came with an optional rear wiper, but it doesn't have a rear wiper. It doesn't have the rear defogger. The defogger. Here's the original defogger right here. Look, check it out. Look, that was an option back then. Nice car, right, man? Nice car. Almost a Santana. It's almost a Santana. Yeah, man. There it is. There it is. There are things we buy that, we buy and actually here you didn't buy it, you saved it. Yeah, I hope that one day, I don't know when, but I hope to bring it back to life again, No, here I think you saved it more than you bought it. So, yeah. It's better off here, kept in the pavilion, than under a shed out there in the middle of nowhere with cats.
Chickens and getting more and more worn out.
Right? Yeah, and wearing it all out, right? So just leave it here. There are a lot of good parts in it, so it's worth it, right? All it needs is a 4x1 header, some black wheels, and to be slammed to the ground. Just imagine.
Window tint and in this same color tone, right? Yeah.
Of course, let me get that color back.
Super nice, man.
Really cool.
Man, thank you so much. It was amazing. Congratulations, man. The quality of your work here just keeps getting better. I hope people on YouTube once again can recognize the importance of your work in the final result of what we were talking about, guys. Because restoring a car, we were saying that there's no such thing as a perfect restoration. That's right. But with trucks, the details stand out a lot more because trucks are huge. So the curves, the creases, the door gaps, all of that becomes more noticeable. And delivering what we saw there, man, with that level of finish, it's not easy.
No, man, it's hard.
Isn't it even harder with just 3 people?
It's very hard.
I was even asking him, how do you manage to paint? Wow, it's quite a juggling act, isn't it?
Climbing up, if it's a renovation, you don't take the cab off because that happens too, right, Lucas? Today we work with refurbishments, restorations, or any other type of work the client wants to do on these trucks. But if you're not going to take the cab off, man, to reach up there, you have to climb on a stand, right? I get it. And then you go up, down, and keep going, right? The truck is tall, all the parts are big. Now, of course, right? If you're going to remove the cab, which we call restoration here, then you put the cab on a stand on the ground, and it's easier. You can do it, right? So it's a truck that's totally disassembled, right? It's a different job, People often ask me, is there a difference between restoration and refurbishment, Igor? There is a difference. Is it a big difference? Maybe not, right? But of course, if you completely take apart the truck, man, and you don't take it apart, there's a difference. Okay. For sure, man. It's the same thing as taking an Opala, a Dodge, and completely taking it apart, right? Or a Landau, taking the body off the chassis, everything, and you do everything in place, man. Does it turn out good? It does, man. But it will never be the same thing, right? So, man, there are several ways to do it. I'm really happy, I've met wonderful people in this truck business, clients, man, people who work with this from other states too that we talk to, right? Share experiences, And besides the trips we take, right, Lucas? With these people on weekends whenever possible, So it's only brought me good things, man, After all these years in this business, I have no complaints and just want to thank everyone.
I work there. How many trucks are you working on there right now?
Right now? Right now, I have 4 trucks I'm working on at the same time. I already have 9 projects going on, Not counting these ones here, okay? This is my personal one, right? We already filmed it before with Truccio Doganhasco. There's also that one over there, which has been here since we did the first story about 8 or 9 months ago. But the client already knew I'd only work on it this year, right? So with this truck, I want to see if by the middle of the year I can take it down and start working on it, start taking it apart properly so I can keep things moving like I have to, right? With the other trucks too, right?
Wow, that's a lot of work, huh?
It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work, but I don't complain, man. I'm just grateful, because we like doing it, man, and we see that people like the work we do, right?
People have become your fans.
Far from being perfect. No, they're not even fans, right? The guy came up and said, hey, I heard you're famous. Famous? Come on, man. You really are. Get out on the road and all the drivers talk about you, but stop lying, man.
So,
I go there in the 113, they talk about you, but stop being such a liar, man.
look, I said, I didn't hear about it. I didn't stop at the gas station to fill up. They asked, do you know Igor Fongaro? I said, oh, the Silvio Santos of trucks. He said, that's him.
No, man, so I feel really happy about that, I'm really happy about that, We're simple people, right, Lucas? And man, I just have to say thank you, like I said before, okay? To everyone who follows us, to the people who bring us work, to the clients, to the people who help me out with the mechanical and electrical parts. It's a partnership with a lot of people. It's a whole chain of people, you know, Lucas. That's how it is. So it's not just us, okay? Oh, Igor does it. No, it's not just me, man.
We can't do anything alone.
I have a team behind me helping with the work, right? Of course, people might think that, yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on, right? But like, I just want to say thanks, man. Of course, all the sheet metal and body work, we did that ourselves, right, Lucas? Me, my dad over there, who's also an amazing person. You had the pleasure of meeting him at the last recording. And that's it, man. So about the truck, I just want to thank everyone, and especially you, for coming here from time to time to show this work to the people on YouTube and to all of Brazil, right?
Hey, Igor, just one more thing. It's also important to say that we're in a kind of privileged place here in terms of trucks, right? Because there's a support network here with qualified professionals in the trucking world, right?
Exactly. So Marcos, whether you like it or not, Lucas is the capital of Scania, right? Since way back, it's always been called the capital of Scania. Because let me tell you, man, today here, I think 80% of all the businesses here revolve around people who make truck parts, body work. There's Beppo here, Beppo accessories, you know? So there are a lot of industries focused on trucks, man. So we can still get parts, some things there, especially for the more modern stuff, the more modern trucks. Here you can find everything, man. Here you have upholstery, electrical, mechanics, and for accident damaged trucks, you just drop it off and pick it up ready. Look at that. So man, like there's the Truck Drivers Festival every year. And this year there's also going to be the gathering, which is the 5th gathering this year, on the 16th and 17th.
October 18th.
We don't have the location set yet, whether it will be at the event park or in some enclosed area, but by then, anyone who follows me will see it on my Instagram, so we'll keep everyone updated. So that's pretty much it.
Very cool. Let's go up there to show the cars, and I want to show the Bibles you got. All right, that's really nice. Let's go. Thanks, my brother. Thank you very much. Hey everyone, here's another look at the view. Check out how peaceful this place is. It's strange that no delivery guy has passed by honking yet.
Look.
You're crazy, man. This is beautiful, bro. Rio Grande do Sul is truly blessed. Let's go. Well, while you enjoy this view, check out the sunset here at Igor's. Once again for you. So you can get a sense of it. The environment he has here to photograph the finished trucks. He worked a lot. He was just telling me how much he worked. He worked hard to get this land, this house. So it's also nice to learn a little about the stories, the struggles. We all fight our own battles, right? So I wanted to say, man, that this raffle thing is something that might not work out, you know? We might not be good at selling the raffle numbers. But even so, I decided to take the risk, you know, to do something different, something new for us, for me. So we have to go for it and take some chances and see what happens. So another idea I have is to make a video with the channel's own sponsor, you know? To help keep traveling, to keep making videos. So that's an idea I had, kind of to save the channel. Financially, so I can keep producing and traveling and stay on the move to make the kind of content we make. So the idea of doing the raffle came up exactly because of that. So that the raffle can fund this lifestyle, which is traveling to make these things for you. Right? Look how cool that is. What a sunset, huh? Classic. This has already become an Igor classic look, just setting right there perfectly.